So this year we were fortunate enough to be awarded a grant from the Rogers Foundation, and that has allowed us to do a lot of work to prepare to build a teaching garden.
Anne has presented us with plenty of hard but necessary lessons about what must go into preparing a plot of land before the first seed can be planted.
The ground here is very compacted with decades of use, heavy equipment parking. It's been a road, so we've really had to try to improve the soil a little bit wherever we plant, and that's taken a lot of work underground to get to where we are now, which is now building the above ground planters, adding amended soils, bringing irrigation into those planters.
But even the hardest work is always followed by waiting on the changes of seasons.
And so now we're actually seeing the fruition of our work above ground, and then in the spring when the soil warms up a little bit, we can start to plant.
Then the garden, along with its teachable moments, will flourish in earnest.
So what can be seen in this garden? Everything you would need to know from starting a seed to harvesting edible plants. And so that would be soil preparation, what seeds and what type of plants are appropriate seasonally to be planted, what things you want to look for with amendments for your soil. We need to amend our soils here for edibles. Composting, worm compost if you want to take your kitchen scraps and turn that into a useful soil amendment, and how you irrigate these plants, different methods that you can use for irrigation, how you build a raised bed, how you can grow these plants in the ground in containers. If you have a tiny space, we can show you what you can grow if you have very limited access to fresh fruits and vegetables.
And each of these lessons will help flatten out the learning curve of being so unfamiliar with our food sources.
Break down some of those barriers that people have between what they're eating and the food systems that grow the food. And as a greater goal to that, that often puts us in touch with our health, where our food is coming from, nutrition, and also a greater appreciation and understanding of nature and the environment as a whole.
This growing awareness will really bring home to us the garden variety wisdom that we are what and where we eat.
So we have some great plans. We are working with schools to bring students out here as well as teachers to teach the students and teach the teachers that are working with the students on how they can grow these systems and have edible plants in their own schools and in their homes.